What's up, everybody? Scott Zlatev here. I'm coming to you again from my mobile office here. Decided to do a couple errands, and actually had to go to my accountant and do my my taxes. Probably do several different trips, but I wanted to cut this quick video to talk about a really fascinating observation that I recently had with a really good friend of mine, and this person is not in the entrepreneurial mindset. This person is total job mentality, which I don't know where you're at, but maybe if you can relate this to where you're at in your life, in your business, I think it would be pretty powerful for you. When I remember when I first got into this industry, making money from home industry, I wanted to, I just wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And I think, that's where a lot of us are when we come to this industry. We come from a place where you look at this. This was something I learned a little while ago. Just a really quick observation. If you look at what 97% of the population does, then do you want to be in that situation? And maybe you do, maybe you don't. 97% of the people, if you look at the population, well, 97%, they go to work 8 to 5. They make enough money to pay the bills. They're in debt. They drive the nicest car that they possibly can. They buy big screen TVs, usually one for every room of the house. They have all these different things, right? And then you have the 3% of the population that operates a little bit differently. They just do things a little bit differently. They think a little bit differently. And this is kind of a case in point of what I experienced here recently. I was visiting with a friend, very, very dear, close friend of mine, and they know that I do internet marketing full time. And I was telling them, about my day. And it was fascinating because hopefully I don't actually get pulled over by this cop here that is I might have to go here because there's this cop that's actually driving right up alongside of me, and there he goes. So wow, you can hardly tell he's a police officer. So, hold on. Okay. So, it looks like he just passed by. So, anyway, so we were having this conversation, and, I told him, that when I go to sleep is, because it's a totally different mindset. When now all of a sudden you don't have to be at a certain place at a certain time, and I say, they said, well, what time did you go to bed last night? And I said, well, I got to bed, this morning about 3. And they're like, they're like, so what did you do today? Well, I woke up, and, I woke up about, 10:30, and, I'll do some stuff, and do some stuff online, maybe send out a video, or maybe write an email, write a blog post, cut a video, and then send it out, and then maybe go do something, and like go to the gym, or maybe go to lunch or something like that, and they're like, so you don't have like any set schedule? And I said, well, I do have a set schedule. I basically do what I want to do first. I whatever it is that I want to do, that's what I do in a day. And if there's time around that, then I dedicate that to my business, right? So, it's very sporadic. It's not I do this, and this, and this might not apply to you. You might be the type of person that needs to have some structure, and that's cool. That's okay. Me, I found that I operate in the best flow of my life when I just have it going all the time in my mind. That's when you know that you're all in. When you're all in about your business, about your life, everything like that, it just flows. And one of the things that I noticed is that I operate the best when I just flow within my life, and when I got a great idea, I take action. That's it. And it's nothing when I try to force it, it doesn't come. So what I do is I I have things that I need to do because of whatever reasons. Grocery shopping. You need food. Okay, so you go grocery shopping. Well, when do I go grocery shopping? I'd love to go grocery shopping, honestly, on a Wednesday afternoon because nobody's there. And so when do I like to go to the gym? Well, I like to go to the gym usually really, really super late at night or towards the afternoons. Why? Because there's not very many people there during the times that I go, and the people who are there are the ones that I know, like, and can have a quick, simple conversation with. And so it's just really fascinating because the way I live my life now versus how I was most of my life is completely backward and upside down than what you would normally think. Most people, they do what they have to do first, like for living, like go to a job and all this stuff, and they have to schedule stuff in advance, and this was actually a really tough thing for me personally to do, and I'm sharing this with you, from my personal experiences, going from working all the time, in a day job, and then also doing my internet business. I would do all this stuff, and sorry, I'm getting close here. Park my car, but I would do a ton of things. I'd have to schedule them, and I'd have to schedule them out. I'd have to do figure out when I could actually have time for it. Well, now I've got the time, and so it actually has been really, really challenging for me to schedule things in advance. I'm more it's like, okay, I want to do something now, let's do it. And so now one of my biggest problems that I'm facing, and I'm going to share it with you, is when I want to do something, I want to do it now, and typically most of my friends, anybody else, they don't have that luxury, so they have to schedule things. And a lot of times it's like, well, that's not convenient for me, so of course I want them to do something, so that they can get out of the situation that they're in. But, in this conversation that I had with my friend, they looked at me like, what do you do, and I said, well, I basically do what I want to do first. I do what I want to do first, and then I build I work on different projects and things around my business. So if I happen to be out and about for 8 hours during the day, enjoying life, maybe doing some shopping, maybe watching a movie, maybe doing something else, maybe I've got my camera with me and I've got a good idea for a video or something like that, and it takes me 5 minutes, I do it then. I live life while I'm building my business, and then yeah, it might be that that with me, a lot of times I'm kind of a night owl, so inspiration seems to always hit me at 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and so I'll just sit there and I'll work, from midnight to 2 or 3 in the morning. And that's because I can, and that's because the lifestyle that you live, you can do however you want to that produces the best results for you. And so it was just it was fascinating to watch their reactions when I told them I do what I want to do, and then the rest of the time I dedicate to my business. So that could be at 2 o'clock in the morning, that could be at 6 o'clock in the morning. I sleep when I want to sleep, when I'm tired. I eat when I want to eat, when I'm hungry. It's not 3 meals a day. It's typically snacking most of the day. I go to work out when I want to go to work out. I wake up when I want to wake up. I go to the gym when I want to go to the gym, and I work when I want to work. And it was so far outside of their of what they know to be true and what they've been programmed for their entire life to see as this is the way, this is how it's done, this is the way that life is supposed to be. Life is supposed to be hard, right? Life is supposed to be hard. That's the way it was programmed, and I could see it in their mind. And they know that I'm really heavily into personal development and things like that. And they were sitting there saying that, you know, because they happen to actually be temporarily unemployed. They said when they got a job, it's going to be really hard. Going back to having a job again, because, you know, we got this, and I said, well, if you think it's hard, it's probably going to be hard. And they go, oh, is that some of your psycho babble? And I'm like, hey, it's true. You know, if you think it's hard, then it's going to be hard. You know, if you think it's easy, it's going to be easy. Whatever you think is probably how it's going to be. And you know, they don't. Their belief system and all that stuff is you know, entirely different than mine. But I understand it and I respect them for it. And it's just fascinating that where they are mentally and how they just can't comprehend, because they're in the 97 percentile of the way people operate. And something I learned a while ago, you look at what 97% of the people do, you look at what most people do, and you do the exact opposite, and you'll get better results, because most people, like I said before, they're flat broke, they got jobs, they're living in debt, they, you know, drive all these nice fancy cars, they're broke all the time, they spend their last money once they get it. And that's because their income temperature is so low, they feel so unvalued as a person, because society, their jobs, the last job that this person had, they were like basically a slave, and they would get paid, I mean, peanuts, basically, you know, to even be able to survive. I actually had to kind of help them out a little bit here and there. Of course, I don't give handouts; they had to work for it. But you know, this is just something that I thought was really, really fascinating, an experience that I had that shows the difference between the different people and how they react to situations, how they live. Because now my world is so far different, because now I just do what I want to do and I work around that. And that's such a different concept for most people to really grasp and understand the power with it. And it's because it's all up here. It's all up here, and it's all there flowing all the time. And it's just when I want to release it out onto the universe and give back whatever value I give out into the community, whatever value I give out, I get back 100-fold. And so when talking with this person, I saw stress, I saw, doubt, I saw worry, I saw, what am I going to do? I saw fear, all these different things, and they know what I do. They have the option to do it, but they choose not to. Why? Because it's within themselves. You know, it's within themselves. You know, it's like you're watching this video right now. You know what I do. You know, watching this video, more than likely you've seen some different videos, you've seen different things. You know what I do. But whether you choose to join me and do that with me or not, or just watch me continue to live a great lifestyle, that's up to you. I have no control over what you do. All I do is just continue to do the stuff that I want to do and work my business around my life. And like I said, if it happens to be at 4 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep and I decide to cut a video, or I decide to, you know, design something for our entire team so they can leverage and use and start making more money, which that's kind of some of the things that we do in our team. That to me is it's a much better lifestyle, you know. So I just wanted to share this with you, and it was something that, you know, I was out and about. I had some time. I just got done listening to an audio that really inspired me, and I wanted to cut this video and just kind of share a little bit of some inspiration and some I guess just some thoughts that I had running in my head at the time. So I flipped out the camera, hit record, and this is what came out. So my friend, this has been Scott Zlateff, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Oh, one more thing before I go. I was just getting ready to head in to where I'm at, and I decided before I went in, because I'm going to be visiting some people here, I decided I'd check my email just to make sure I didn't have any communication or anything like that I needed to do, and and I got this. Here, let me turn this around. Let me show you here. See this? Congratulations. Most badass. 15K formula. I just made $1,000. Okay. So here's this. So there's proof right there. See that? I just made $1,000 while I was out and about doing what I usually do. And so this is the lifestyle that I lead, and you can see the time here. Yeah, it's 2:43 in the afternoon, and this email, so it was 2:43 in the afternoon, and this email came in. I just checked it, 2:05. So I was actually doing just on the road, just doing the stuff that I usually do on a daily basis. I saw my tax guy, and I just made $1,000. So that's the stuff that you can do, and you have available to you if you choose to. So wherever you're at, wherever you're seeing this video, click the button. I've got a link to somewhere on here, and we'll show you exactly how you can do this stuff. All right. So Scott Zlateff here. Click the button, get it started. We'll see you at the top. Bye bye.